Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine. The time to say yes to your dreams and aspirations is here.
So, my brother, once again, I would like to start by saying congratulations once again on your birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. So, how does it feel to be 50?
I think maybe on the day you're always expecting that something, maybe one leg will not work. but at the end of the day, I felt the same way I felt the night before. Healthy, strong, no issues at 50. I thank God. We keep, although now we're more health conscious, we're eating the right things and we're exercising a lot now. So we drop some kg. And that's basically it. But I feel great.
All right. Can you recollect the first thing you did when you woke up on your 50th birthday?
Prayer.
Okay. What did you? Was there any special request?
No, just me. First of all, me and my God.
Okay.
Now you do all this one for me, I was just overwhelmed. I like, wow, okay, I made it this far. I checked everything, I looked at my life story and I tried to think of areas where at 50 I was embarrassed about things or things I had done. And I couldn't really, think of anything that I've done in my life that wasn't honorable or, to the best of my ability at the time.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I regretted on my 50th birthday. So I had a lot, in fact, I didn't have anything to ask God for, just praise.
Okay.
I was just thanking Him for being healthy and being alive today. I can still see my family, see my friends, I'm here. I think we all take life maybe a little bit too much for granted, but I don't. So each and every day is a special day. I was really, really happy on my 50th birthday. After I now did my own prayer, I now looked for my family.
Okay.
We came together and embraced and we all, the party started from there.
All right, I want to find out from you. What would you describe as your greatest achievement at 50?
I know a lot of people might be thinking I'll be thinking towards the materialistic side of life and maybe achievements as an artist and all that. But I think my greatest achievement is the fact that I've been able to live 50 years on earth without any scandal or anything negative to my name, because my father has always taught me that if you have a good name, you have everything. And and even on my birthday, the likes of you and everybody who showed up, I mean, you guys don't go out for just anybody. All the people that were there are not people that you see anyhow, so they come out because they think you are special. I was really, really honored, and I think that's my greatest achievement.
All right. What would you have loved to have achieved at 50 that you have not been able to?
I can't think of anything. I don't have a private jet. I mean, those are not achievements. That's the irony of it all. Those are not achievements. For me, anything I think you will leave behind.
Yeah.
That becomes another person's property. It's not really, it's nothing, it's not yours. It's just yours while you're here. The things that we leave behind that nobody can touch are our integrity and the things that make people respect us. So I don't think so. There's nothing. I thank God for everything. I'm where I want to be.
All right. It's obvious that God has been nice to you. What more do you want from Him? What is that special request that you appreciate from God, going forward?
Long life,
okay.
And that nothing will come in between the love I have that exists between myself, my family, and my friends.
Okay. All right. Now that you're 50, what is going to change about you?
What will change about me at 50? I am who I am already. I think at 50, if you are not a totally formed person, you can now start changing at 50. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I think I'm where I am. This is me. I've always been a laid back person. I've always been somebody who picks and selects his friends carefully. And those things will not change. I'm not a traditional hustler. I'm somebody who plans and works towards goals. That has always been my own style, and that will continue to be my style. You know, nothing much will change. I will exercise more so that one can live a long, healthy life.
Okay. What would you say has been the greatest lesson that life has taught you at 50?
You can never 100% count on human beings.
Okay.
And if you learn to expect anything, you'll never be disappointed from the way people don't do what they're supposed to do or when they mess you up. So I look at myself as one entity,
Okay.
and every other person that I relate with as other entities, and each person is controlling his own actions.
Okay.
The best you can do is to try and be straightforward and honest with people, but don't be disappointed
Okay.
when they disappoint you.
All right. What would you describe as the biggest mistake they have made in the last 50 years?
I don't know whether it's a mistake,
Okay.
but at the beginning of our career, I was very, very business-minded,
Okay.
and I was so focused on business
Yeah.
that I could have built more relationships than I have now with people. But I was so focused on business and doing my job.
Okay.
I think I would have done that differently. But I'm older now. I'm more mature.
Okay.
So
All right. In the last or in the 50 years, that you have spent in life, what would you describe as the wisest decision that you have taken?
let's get rid of my chewing gum. Marry my wife.
Okay.
Because I don't know whether any other woman would have allowed me to be the person I've been over the years in terms of, I think she's made a lot of sacrifices. There was a time when we were really, really making so much money that it was ridiculous that we had a certain lifestyle. And my wife would ask me, why don't we do this? Why can't we do this? And I would tell her that I have a bigger picture.
Yeah.
And I'll try to paint a picture for her of where I think we are going. And I'm not a make money today, spend it today kind of person. I'm somebody who plans and who thinks of the long-term things. And my wife bought into all my dreams and ideas, and it became her dreams. I don't know whether it's just that I was lucky to meet somebody who had similar dreams as me, or it was just I was a good salesman and I was able to
market
it to her. But here we are today. There's no way we could have achieved this kind of home in one day. It was something that we worked on for almost 15 years, of putting things together to make it happen. But this was what I wanted. I said, look, buy into this, and she did. So I think my best decision, yes, is marrying the woman I married. I don't know what it would have been with. I can't say what it would have been with another person, but I've had a great 30 years with her.
Okay. Now, you're in your sector, in the area where you play, that's talking about showbiz, you've remained one of the scandal-free artists. How have you been able to do it? I mean, I will need you to share your experience, so that the younger ones and even the older ones can also learn. How did you do it, or how have you done that?
I think for me, the first thing that I did right was I never got carried away with showbiz. I deal with people as human beings. Azu is Azu, not that you're a publisher of Yes, or KB is KB, not that he's the publisher of any magazine or all the people I relate with them based on who they are, not what they are. So from the beginning, I never got carried away with this razzmatazz and all these things. No. Showbiz is showbiz. There's a way you have to look, there's a way you have to dress, there's a way you have to present yourself. That's showbiz. You're selling your product, you're selling your market. Two is a brand. So that's not lost on me. But beyond that, I'm your regular guy next door. I don't have any airs and I don't think much of myself. A lot of people who are not close to me will probably look at me from afar and think, that guy must be damn pompous. But anybody who gets close to me finds that there's no airs about me. I relate with people like, you know, like we're in secondary school, you know, that's just it. You're my friend, no strings attached. And I think when you do that, first and foremost, you bring yourself down. So it means that when you see fans of the opposite sex, because that's where the major scandals will come from. Is the female, he slept with this, he has this baby. I don't see them as easy pickings. I see them as people who appreciate the effort you are making. And if you can look at them like that, you find that by the time you start relating with them like friends, the relationship immediately does a 360. So anybody who has a one-on-one with me thinking, by the time you just turn that thing around, you find that most of the females that I come across, we become friends, and even before you know it, they're my wife's friends, and you know. So where will the scandal come from? There's nothing I do in my life that I'm ashamed of. There's nothing at all. I think there are the things that I do that maybe you say you want to, like, okay, we're drinking wine. There's really nothing about my life that is hidden or secretive. You know, so I live like there's a camera on me. Maybe that's the secret. 24/7. So I believe that, and that camera is God, watching my every action. I want to be able to defend myself before Him, so that when we leave this world, you know, when you stand before God, I'll stand with my head high.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Now, musically, or you know, is anything going to change about you now that you're 50? Are you going to change the kind of music you play, or you're still going to inject some new things into it? What's going to change about your career, your music career?
Maybe we'll now be doing more African, mature, you know, that's what people expect now. I find that anytime we do any of those bam bam dim dim songs, they don't really catch fire. Some DJs will say, wow, this is the best song of the album, but the majority of your fans just want to hear ire, so that's it, you know. You know, they just want to hear things that move them, sway them, just make them, you know, that they can play in their house. So I think as you get to that age, that's the niche. You know, I believe every artist has his niche. You just corner that niche, and just when people think of you, they think of, sweet melodious music, and that's what I want to be giving them. More songs like Adupe.
Right. Yeah. I've noticed that in recent times, you know, you've been a regular movies and even on TV, you know. Are you going to resuscitate or resurrect, you know, that aspect of your life? You know, because we used to watch you almost every week on television, you know, used to
Zoom
take
time,
that, and stuff, you know, but all of a sudden it's like you relegated those part of your life to the background. Are you going to bring them to the fore again, or
that was not deliberate. What happened was, as you get older, you start focusing a little bit more on your investments, and the things that you are doing that are going to carry you through old age, like feed you. Everybody knows who is in music. That music is not. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantee that you will invest in music and make your money back. So sometimes you find yourself concentrating more on the sure things that you can invest in, like property, land, and things like that. And you find that it takes a lot of you, and it takes a lot out of you, and it relegates every other thing you're doing to the background. In terms of TV, we would have come back a long time ago, but we just found that so many different things were sucking you, and I don't like doing things in a wishy-washy manner. I don't want to do something and not do it well. So when I want to start the TV program, I want to be able to dedicate and focus on it, and you know, come back to it with full blast. I had a meeting with Benga Salu, renowned director, a few weeks ago, and we discussed the production and everything and all the other aspects. I asked him to go and do some write-ups for me and some analysis and plans, and I'm also finishing up on the scripts and everything. We should be meeting before the end of September to finalize, and I'm hoping that if we don't start shooting before the end of the year, as soon as we're saying Happy New Year, we're all set doing the new show.
Okay. How about acting? You know, I mean, I think your last movie that I watched, The Gardener, or it was one of the earliest movies.
I did a few others, but it was all in the same period.
Yeah.
1995 and 2003. The last film I did was actually a Yoruba movie. It was a Clarion Chukwura movie, but it didn't really catch on. I don't know. It was a good movie, but maybe she didn't push it, so I didn't really see it outside. I was able to get a copy though, called Jankari or something like that.
Okay.
It was a very nice movie. That was the last one. That was about 2001 or 2000, yeah, or so. Since then, I don't know. I think, well, you know, sometimes people, I've been approached once or twice, but every time it seems that these people want me to do something, I'm always bogged down. Last time I was in the studio recording this last album, and they wanted me on set for 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm in the studio, you know, and they couldn't hold up their own production, so that didn't work out. But I think if I get a role, what I wouldn't want to play lead at this point. I think because I'm getting back into it, I just want to do some semi-lead, you know, and just play somebody behind the scenes or somebody who is in the movie, but you're not maybe seeing him all the time. I'd love it. I'd love a challenging role.
Alright, you seem very good, you know, for a 50-year-old.
50-year-old man. Baba.
So what's the secret?
Peace of mind, though.
Okay.
Peace of mind. I don't let anything get to me. I don't let anything bog me down for too long. And I got that from my wife. My wife is a very bubbly person, and the way she treats issues, I learned that from her. She probably doesn't know, but I did learn it from her. She moves on easily. She moves on easily. The only thing I've seen her struggle with since I've met her is the passing of her brother. You know, that one really got her down, and I don't think she could. But most things, you just find that maybe we'll lose the most reliable staff, somebody that you really is holding things down in the office, and the person will mess up and we'll have to get rid of him. Maybe the person dipped their hand in the cookie jar. I will have to, you know, it upsets me when I have to sack a very reliable staff. But my wife, she says, life goes on. Yeah, life goes on. Somebody else will come and will be better than this guy. I mean, do we keep him for him to continue to steal our money? You know, so that's her attitude to life, and she's a go-getter. She's back. She's on to the next. You know, so yeah.
All right. I think I would like to end on this note. You know, what would you describe as the secret of all the good things that are happening in your life, the secret of your success, the secret of all these things, you know, that you've been able to achieve and stuff?
I told my wife a long time ago, I said God probably sees my heart that I don't know how to beg for money. Is it true though? I could be dying of hunger and you will have a piece of bread there, and I will not know how to ask you to give me one slice. I'll just be sitting down there dying of hunger. So I said, I think God just sees my heart and sees that
if this guy doesn't have yeah, okay. What are some of the things you did, some of the strategies that you adopted, you know, that you deployed, you know, that pushed you to where you are today?
I'm a saver. Let me tell you the secret of that. You see, I was born into a very wealthy, no, I won't say wealthy, let me say successful family. We had everything, you know, and it was the life. I didn't know what it was not to have a Rolls Royce parked outside, or a limousine, or a Benz, stretch Benz. You know, was an ambassador. My father was an ambassador, so we were living in a humongous house with the same, you know, lifestyle that I was used to. That was what I was trying to get back to now, you know. So when my father passed on, it really was traumatizing for me. And even though my father had savings, we had so much property. By the time they were moving us out of where we were living, we could only take barely the clothes on our back. That thing really struck me, that my father never really thought he was going to die. He died at 45, he was going to be 46. He was a young person, but he had done it all. But he didn't really plan for his exit. So from as soon as I started making 2 kobo, I started saving. From as soon as I started having children, I don't look down on anybody. You know, I don't respect money. I mean, it's not something that, oh, money. I mean, you have respect for money, but I mean, I don't worship money. It's something that, for me, it's a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. So, what are you doing with your money when you have it? You know, so that is what really, really kind of set the tone for my life. Was losing my father and the way everything, you know, went. So I knew I had to be successful, and I knew I had to plan for my children. So it wasn't about the going to the club and popping bottles for me and all that. It was more about organizing your life in such a way that even when you're not here, your children will say, wow, daddy was organized, he did this for us, he did this, you know. That's what I want to leave behind, because my father didn't do it. And not that because he was a wicked person. He didn't see death coming, so he didn't plan for it. We don't have to see it coming to plan for it. We have to make sure that the next generation that we're leaving behind are okay. And that is our role as fathers.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.